Hey guys, I'm Boot. We're in New Jersey, and today is day 151 of my journey. And today I'm going to share a couple things with you that have been going on with me in the last week. Yeah, I know I said I was going to get a haircut. I haven't gotten one yet, unfortunately, but I'm going to get one soon. Um, I have somebody who's going to take care of it for me. Um, I did have a little bit of loss this week. I stepped on a scale and I weighed in at a one of the dialysis things I work for. Sorry, I'm still in uniform. I just got off of training for MAV, and well, as you can see, I fucked up my wrist. I um, I slept on it funny or something, or maybe I fell. I don't know, but it's been bothering me a couple days now, so I got a little brace on it. It's swelling pretty good, so a little compression to make it feel better. But I had a great Easter weekend. I got a wonderful Easter basket from my girlfriend, and she tailored it to the things I really like, which is sour candies. And so I've been eating a little bit of sweets still. I'm still eating a little bit of sweets. But I did have a loss this week. I got on the scale, I dropped down to 173, which is, figure, let's see, from 185 to 173 is what, 7 and 5 is 11. Okay, so that's the good part. The bad part is I then stepped on another scale that told me I was 177. So that brings my weight loss down, to what is it, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds over the last week. But on a good note, I actually stepped on a regular scale, and it was a glass scale too. And it actually weighed me instead of saying the message or the error message, because like the oh my god you're too fat scale message, which was great. It was a real turning point. It was a real milestone for me because I haven't been able to step on a regular scale and in ages. And so it's really great that that worked out that way. I was really happy about it. Let's see what else. I have been, doing my workouts as much as I can at work. I don't really do them at home. That's the thing. And I'm thinking maybe I need to incorporate something at home that might be a little more beneficial. I have been eating a lot on the road again, which it's okay because like I'm eating like hard boiled eggs, or I just had what was really great. I had a chicken salad bowl from Wawa, which was chicken salad with spinach and pickles, which wasn't bad. I mean, I ate a little bit at lunch, and then a little later, I got home from my training class today about 3 or 4 o'clock, and I ate some of that. So that was pretty good. I have been vaping a little bit more than smoking. I picked up a new little, well, an old school Vision spinner, and I got a little cartomizer with some peach something in it. It's something peach guava and peach, and it tastes amazing. It's like a um, if they made a peachy guava Pez, which is delicious. And I'm just gonna take a hit off of this. Fabulous, fabulous taste. It is surprisingly very palate cleansing as well. I'm still smoking, but not as much. I mean, I try not to smoke, all the time anymore. I've been vaping, where I could be smoking, and part of that is I'm using a Mr. Salty juice, which is really, really good. It's a what is it? A blue raspberry lemonade, which is in a 25 milligram. And I don't know if you know about nicotine salts, but they introduce nicotine in your body a different way than the regular liquid synthetic nicotine, which really hits the spot like you wouldn't believe. And so I've been vaping a lot more. Um, aside from that, I'm feeling really good. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'm going to be 37, and I got some new clothes from my mom. And every year we kind of go through this little dance where she buys me clothes, and I, thank her for them. And then I try them on and they don't fit, so I stash them away in a tote or something, my hope tote, in hopes that one day I'll be able to fit into them. And this time that wasn't the case. I went to a 4X and I fit in them absolutely amazingly. And this one company that I deal with for big people, if you don't know, check out King Size if you're a guy. I'm not sure what the girls' version of that is, but if you're a guy, it's King Size. And if I do find, the female equivalent, I will, go ahead and give an update in my videos because, as a guy, it's one thing to give advice to other guys through my channel here and what I'm doing and chronologically, giving you the, pretty much the ins and outs of what I'm going through in my bariatric surgery life after the surgery. And I have a good friend who asked me last night about the surgery. And if you yourself are interested in the surgery, please fire some questions at me. Fire some questions my way, and I will answer them in a video for you. And, we can, get down to brass tacks and I can let you know what it's like. And I try to explain to him that this is something I really, really had to want, to get to where I am. And when I look at the pictures, I just posted a picture on my Facebook, and 4 or 5 months ago, I was a lot bigger than I am now. And I look at those pictures and I look at myself now and I can see the difference and I can see what, strides I'm making and what's going on with me. And the funny part is I take body pictures, and they asked me before I had the surgery if I wanted to take pictures, and I said no. And then I got home and I said, I really want to document it in a way. And so I did. I took pictures over the last, 4 or 5 months, and I looked at them and I'm like, wow, I can see, there where I'm losing in the front, and that one where my butt is shrinking, and, but I still have the sagging, in my stomach. And so the bigger you are, the more you're going to sag. And that's just, one of the necessary evils to this. But at the same time, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthier. I'm moving forward and doing what I have to do. The only problem is, I try to explain, it's like hell. You know what I mean? Because you have to cut down your diet so much. And at that point, you really enjoy food. Food is your comfort or your go-to. And when you don't have that anymore, you kind of get depressed a little bit. And I remember feeling depressed before the surgery, right up to the surgery. I was kind of depressed, but at the same time, I had a good outlook on life and what was, gonna happen in the future, and like getting a job and being able to go into stores and walk around and being able to walk a boardwalk, with my friends, or walk down the street or walk to the liquor store, whatever the case. And it's been so good, so good. But you really, really, really have to want it enough, because the sacrifices is tremendous from where you are now, and you may not realize it, And that's one of the things that I try to express the most to some of the people that are in this community, like Workout Diabetic Man. And you're gonna have to sacrifice like hell to get results. And you may think, oh no, I don't have to, but you really have to. And that's the thing, you really have to want it enough to sacrifice everything that makes you happy as a big person, which is food. And now it's hard to enjoy food. I mean, it becomes more of a chore to eat than it is an enjoyment. And I think that alone, that behavior change alone, it's a very strange conditioning, like Pavlov and the dogs, it's really strange. It's really strange. but you get used to it, and it just becomes part of your daily routine. Oh, I have to eat something, and you eat a little something, and sometimes you'll eat too much and throw up, and that's never fun. And I've had so many problems in the last couple weeks with vomiting, and it's mainly just because I don't listen to what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not supposed to drink before I eat, and I'm not supposed to eat some of the stuff I've been eating. But that's okay because I do exercise and I do the work. You have to put the work in if you want the reward. One of my favorite sayings from an anime is mankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. And that is the way of the world. When you really think about it, you have to give to get. So you have to put that work in as hard as it is. And that's what I want to instill on you guys today. Whether you want it bad enough, if you want it bad enough. I remember thinking when I was younger, like I would kill somebody just to be skinny, and it's like you don't have to go through that. You just need to sacrifice a little bit, and it's a lot for somebody in that position to sacrifice, and people don't understand that. And that's one of the hardest things, is that you really have to sacrifice everything you love, which is food, and it's hard to think about it in terms of love, because you get to a point where you would do anything to eat certain foods, like I would spend my last dollar on something from Mickey D's, rather than, something more important. And, priorities get fucked up that way. So that's what I want to instill on you today, is to make the sacrifices, do what you have to do in order to get what you want. And that's the hardest thing you can do, but it will be its own reward. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I guess I'll see you guys next week.